Hello everybody and welcome back. In today's video I'm going to show you Seattle. Today we plan to visit a lot of things in Seattle, and I woke up bright and early, did my makeup, ate something because I knew we didn't have time to take a lunch. And I was so right because we arrived home extremely late. But anyway, we left, and since we don't live exactly in Seattle, we had to drive a little bit, and I decided to include some clips of the roads so you can see how they look like. Compared to my country, they're very different. We even had to cross a water because, as I said, we don't live in Seattle, and in order to get in Seattle you have to cross a bridge. But as you can see, we didn't have traffic or anything like that, and I think we drove for about 20 minutes. And as you can see, we were getting close to Seattle. You can definitely notice that by the skyscrapers and very big new looking buildings. We obviously had to use a GPS because we didn't know where everything was, and as you can see, the streets were actually on a hill. I've never seen such a big hill and streets to be like this in such an angle. We have some in Bucharest but not that many, and I've also noticed that in San Francisco. You will see that in future vlogs. But anyway, we were getting close to the water because our first visit was the aquarium, but before that we had to park somewhere because we had a car, and parking in Seattle is not that easy. And most of the time you have to pay. You rarely find a parking that doesn't require to pay.
Alright, good morning everyone and welcome to the Seattle Aquarium. For anybody who's just arrived, my name is Heidi. I'm standing over here waving my hand. Our diver is going to be getting out of the exhibit here very soon, and so we thought we'd do a quick little introduction to the exhibit for anybody who has just arrived and missed our presentation earlier. This particular exhibit is called Window on Washington Waters, and the habitat that you see in here is representing what it would look like if you went scuba diving out on the Washington coast, very specifically in an area called Neah Bay, so the most northwest tip of Washington State. This habitat, it looks local, but all of the animals inside are officially local, and we're going to go live with our scuba diver for a moment and give you guys a chance to ask some questions. Alright, so I'd like to introduce everybody to your dive buddy today. This is Diver Dave. He's one of our many awesome volunteers here at the Seattle Aquarium. Hi Dave.
Hi, Heidi. Hi everybody.
For animals that are not aggressive like our salmon are about getting their food. And if the fish don't take the food that's being offered, then the diver stops offering the food. But we have 2 more dives today and 3 more shows technically, and that diver will also be offering additional opportunities, so they get.
Just as I showed you, we got a city pass. We wanted to visit a lot of things, and it's more convenient to get a city pass because it's a lot cheaper. Actually, I've noticed that visiting museums or just touristy things, it's pretty expensive. So if you plan on visiting a lot, I highly recommend a city pass. We got ours online, but I do recommend getting them at the first place you are visiting because online it's $2 or $3 more expensive. Not that that is a lot, but still, if you are saving and you are visiting a lot of places, I think that's good to know. We didn't know that. I thought it would be actually cheaper to get it online, but it wasn't. Anyway, as I said, we got in the Seattle Aquarium and I was blown away. Right when you get in, it's a big tank with a lot of fish, and as you saw, a diver was in there and we were able to talk with him, and after that we saw this huge octopus. I have never seen one in person like this, to be this close and I can actually see every detail. It was a bit scary, but kids were absolutely insane. Everyone was screaming, everyone actually was happy. And some jellyfish, as you can see here. And I was surprised, even though there were a lot of people, I didn't feel it was crowded because the aquarium is very big and you can just walk everywhere. It's pretty spacious. You also have an area that goes outside, so overall it was really big and I think it was worth the money. There were all kinds of fish. I was shocked to see how many they are, and they're beautiful, absolutely stunning. And I like that they are in really big tanks and you can see them. The lighting is very nice, although you couldn't really take pictures because it was a little bit dark. The light was only in the aquarium, so you can see the fish. I tried to film as much as I can because I wanted to show you, but I also wanted to remember for myself, because in years I'll look back on this and I want to be able to remember everything that I saw there. In the moment you don't know where to look first, you don't know where to spend more time, and because we visited a lot of things in that day, I don't remember exactly everything, but because I filmed so much and I took so many pictures, I'm able to remember them and see what I missed maybe. This was my first time seeing a seahorse in real life, and I liked how little it was. I'd never seen one and I got very excited because it's one of my favorite sea animals, and when I saw one and how little and cute it was, I got very, very happy. We also got outside and I liked it because it was a little bit colder than inside. I felt like at some point I was very, very hot, but because outside you are right in the ocean, it was a little bit windy and I had my jacket on, and as you can see, a lot of animals, and they were actually very fun to watch. Look at this one. He was just playing with that ball, and if you go there, you may be lucky enough to arrive right when they are feeding them and you can actually see them properly. It took us a little bit to visit the whole aquarium, but after that we wanted to go and see the great whale. Oh my god, it was really, really big. I took a lot of pictures. We actually went inside. It was really beautiful. This wasn't in that city pass. We had to actually pay separately for it. It was a little bit expensive, but it was so worth it. You can see all of Seattle, you can see the ocean. Everything was absolutely beautiful. They have a lot of tourists, so be prepared to stay in line. I thought I saw the biggest lines in Seattle and in LA, but when we went to Disneyland, that was the top. We even stayed hours in a line just to go on a ride that took us like 10 minutes. It's pretty crazy, but you just have to be patient and have battery on your phone because you're gonna play a lot when you stay in line. And also another tip that I would highly recommend is to have a lot of water and food with you, because when you go to these attractions, they know tourists are gonna come, so food and water and pretty much everything you want to get is pretty expensive. So highly recommend get water, get food, get some snacks, get everything you need. Okay, so after a while we got inside. We had a little cabin just for us, and you have enough time to take pictures, to film. The wheel doesn't spin too fast, and I think we got around 3 times or 4. I don't remember, but I think 3. And the last time everyone needs to get out, so it would be even slower, and you have enough time to take pictures, to see the buildings, the overview of the city. Because it was included in our city pass, we took a little cruise. It's called Argosy Cruise, and oh my god, I loved it. I so miss taking a cruise. I think the last time when I was on a boat, on a ship like this, it was in Greece, or no, it was in Turkey, but it was a long time ago. And this time is different because we went on the ocean, and the boat was called Spirit of Seattle, and I really liked it. It was very nice, but I want to say be sure to get a jacket because it's gonna get cold and very windy. While we were waiting for everybody to get on the boat, I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be super hot, I will be boiling. But no, once the boat is moving, you will feel the wind, and the more you leave the land and the more you go in the ocean, the wind is gonna be a lot colder. In some pictures I tried to take the jacket off just so it looks nicer in pictures, but most of the time I had my jacket on because it was really cold. We were really lucky. If you can see in some pictures, there were a lot of planes in the sky. I looked online because I wanted to give you the actual name. So Blue Angels is the United States Navy flight demonstrations with aviators from the Navy and the Mariners. So this Blue Angels demonstration was a pretty big event. They even closed a bridge just to have people to come and see the demonstration. We were pretty lucky and we saw everything from the ocean. We were able to take some pictures. Even though they were very far away, I was still able to take some pictures. And what I love the most about this cruise is that we were able to see the whole Seattle from far away, all the buildings. We even saw the Space Needle. As I said, we were extremely lucky to see the Blue Angels, and everyone was just screaming and they were very happy. And on the boat there was a person that was talking in a microphone, and he was explaining all the buildings that we see, and he was just telling a little story. And this huge boat that you see right here is bringing products and clothing and everything to the States on the ocean. So he said that's a really big boat. Next on our list is Pike Place Market. Oh my god, I've read so much online. I've heard people talking. We really needed to visit this, and I'm so glad I did. It's pretty much a big market that sells everything. We kind of have something similar here, but it's not as organized and not as diverse. You can find absolutely everything, especially fresh fish, and we really like that. We took a lot of pictures, we walked around because I wanted to show you. They pretty much had fruits, vegetables, flowers, fish. They even had some clothing, but not anything big. and it was pretty full. We were moving very slow. I tried to take pictures, but I just couldn't, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna film as much as I can, and that's it, because it wasn't a very big space, but I liked it. It was very nice. It's like a farmer's market, but a lot bigger, and a lot of people are coming here, and I don't know, it's just nice. I got a very nice feeling out of this, and I'm so happy I went. Right next to Pike Place Market is the gum wall. Very strange place. At first I didn't know how to really feel. It was really nice and interesting, something different, but very disgusting at the same time. And the smell there was very bubble gummy, kind of. It was really weird, but there were a lot of people taking pictures, selfies, and it was really fun. I didn't put a gum in there, but I just took some pictures, and overall it was a nice experience. After that, I was very tired, and I've heard that here in Seattle is the first ever Starbucks. So of course I wanted to go there because I love Starbucks, but when I saw the line, I was in shock. I think if I was to stay in that line, it would have taken, I don't know, 3 hours or something like that, because it was really long. Everyone wanted to come there. As you saw there, this Starbucks is from 1912, so that is a long time. But we just went inside, took some pictures. You can see a lot of people in there, but because I didn't want to wait 3 hours in line, I decided to find another Starbucks, and I was lucky enough. There was one right across the street. Really pretty, not that many people, and I was so happy because this was my first Starbucks in the States, and the lady got my name right from the first time. I was really happy. The coffee is actually good. It's not that different from here in Romania, and I'm pretty happy because we are experiencing a true Starbucks coffee, and that made me really happy. They had some tables outside, so I wanted to enjoy my coffee out and feel the city vibe, and after that we just walked around a little bit. I recommend taking your time, walking very slowly. Take as many breaks as you want because you want to be able to visit as much as you can. There are a lot of streets, beautiful streets that you have to see, and a lot of stores and little cafes, and everything was really nice. But towards the end of the day I was very tired, so we had to drive back home. And again, I'm obsessed with their roads, so I included some clips so you can see too. Alright, so I took the shower and I am exporting pictures right now, and then I'm going to sleep. I'm so tired. I like today a lot. It was a nice day, and I like Seattle. I like the vibe. It kind of reminded me of New York, but it's a little bit different, I feel like. But because it's quite big and it's a lot of people, kind of gave me the same New York vibe, but a little bit different. But I liked it. I really liked it, and I will love to spend some more days in here. So maybe after we finish the other places that we have to, we still have some free days, so maybe we'll spend some more in Seattle because it was amazing. But that's pretty much it for today. I'm going to end the vlog and go to bed because I'm tired. So I will see you in my next one. Bye!